Alright, after about a year, it is finally time to get my D.D.D duel on. Haha, generic joke. Alright, hi, hello, it's your boy JP, bringing you my D.D.D deck profile for May 2018. In fact, the first D.D.D deck profile in over a year. So anyway, without overweight introductions, without the weird explanations, let's get straight into the deck profile. So first up, we have 3 Oblivion King Ragnarok, we have 3 Savant Thomas, we have 2 7 Newtons, we have 1 D.D Orpheus, we have 3 D.D 7 Copernicus, we have 1 Night Howling, we have 2 Ghosts, we have 3 Swell Slam, we have 2 Necro Slam, we have 3 Lamia, we have 3 7 Kepler, we have 1 1-for-1, we have 2 Desires, we have 2 Where I Fell, we have 1 Soul Charge, 1 Foolish Burial, 1 Monster Reborn, 3 Dark Contract with the Gate, 2 Dark Contract with the Swamp King, and then for the only trap we have 1 Dark Contract with the Witch. Now with the main deck, a lot of people tend to question my text and my choices. First of all, let me say I've always liked the ratios 3 Swole Slime and 2 Necro Slimes. Even though we have the 2 Ghosts, I still like 2 Necros. You can add it to 3, I won't hold it against you. However, I like it at 2, I think that's a good ratio. And even so, you can use Ghost to dump Lamia, or you can deck Finn by dumping anything else, so it's not like you're losing anything. And if you want a Necro and Grave, there are plenty of ways to get a Necro to Grave, so it's not much of a worry. I like a 2 Newton because you can resurrect anything, and it actually surprisingly comes up quite a bit. Not just that, it's actually an easy Pendulum 10, so you can go for a Pendulum summon if that comes up, and you do have quite a few lower scales, including Copernicus. And then we have, you know, the 5. Don't we have like a 3 somewhere? Yeah, we have a 3 right here. So it does rarely come up, but it does come up, and what it does, it comes in clutch, especially when you have a Ragnarok, and then you use it for other Ragnaroks and Thomas. It's just great combos. Also like 1 Night Howling, because I'll look at the extra deck in a second, but it really helps with the extra deck. You go into easy 10s, you can go into easy 7s, you can go into easy, not so much easy 8s, but it's just a really good card. I love it. One, it's a nice tech, you could search it if you need it, so it's not like you're losing anything. Same with this, it's a great tech. It's basically an MST, and it's also a Pendulum 3 and a tuner. The only downside is if you special summon it at all, then you can't summon anything except Fiends, which does really suck, but it's okay. A lot of people question the 1 Witch, but it's like my Savage Dragon deck profile. It's just 1 because you don't always need it, but it's really, really good when you do, and you can just search it when you do, and it doesn't matter if you get rid of it with Desires, so it's just whatever, it's just there if you need it. You can say, well, we don't want situational cards. It just works really well, trust me. Now, a lot of people also question 2 of this, and I just like it. It does come up quite oftenly. How you don't want 3 of it because you don't want it to be too excessive. 2 Desires because I've experimented with 2 and 3. I know 3 is statistically better, but I like 2. And I know a lot of people will say, well, why not Allure? Well, you can add it. I just don't know what you'd replace, because I just think this is a solid deck, especially with the extra deck, which I'll get to right now. Okay, so for the extra deck, I have Super Doom, Purplish, Armageddon, I have Dragonbane, King Beowulf, Flame Emperor, Executive Genghis, Oracle King Diark, Flame King Genghis, High King Executive Alexander, Crystal Wing, Siegfried, Regular Alexander, Formula Synchron, the D.D.D Duodon King Kali Yuga, Super Doom King Darkness Armageddon, 1 Scaldi Saryuja, 1 Perpetual King Archfiend, and then 1 Crestron Needle Fiber. I'm kind of tempted to put Needle Fiber to 2 because I really always want to go into it, and sometimes I want to go into another link too, but I don't want to go into this thing. So I'd maybe suggest playing around with 2. I haven't played around with 2 just yet, however, it definitely comes up. And I also got to say, if we had a D.D.D link card, this deck could become absolutely insane. That 1 single card would just enable so many combos. And in fact, I thought we had one, but just a Goki card that looked like is meant to be a D.D.D, so it kinda sucks. Anyway, The side deck is just a bunch of cards that I considered playing or I have play tested, and really it's just a bunch of XCs because the extra deck is tight and you could go into so many combos. Like this thing here, you can revive Ragnarok, go into combos. However, I decided to get rid of it because I decided I'd rather just, most of the time it came up, I'd rather have another, to have a Alexander as a level 7 rather than this. This is good as well, however, I'd rather go into other level 8s. This is really good, however, I have so many level 1s, and you can easily go to Formula Synchron, get a Surge, and then you have 2 tuners on the field as well, and 2 can make you go into a level 10, a level 8, of course with Genghis and itself. It can go into so many things, and a lot of people also question Purplish Armageddon. It does come in clutch, and it's a beat stick as well. It's pretty good. And some people question this, however, it's also really good, and it's also quite strong, and its effect does come in handy quite often. So many cards destroy, and this card just prevents it. And if you have a more pendulum hand, you can go the pendulum route. Now a lot of people say, oh, why don't you use other cores? Why don't you use other engines to hold the deck? Why don't you just set your deck around one theme and just go with that? Well, the deck actually works out pretty well. So if you have any complaints, you do that. However, I'm happy with the deck. I enjoy it, and I have done quite a bit of playtesting. It works well. However, sometimes it does brick, and when it bricks, it kind of sucks. However, when I do brick, I don't want to get rid of the cards I bricked with because they're just good. I usually just draw too many. Like sometimes I draw 3/7 Thomas. It's like, whoa, shit. Sometimes I draw this every game. It's like, nice one off, bro. Like, oh my god. Anyway, I also want to quickly show you guys one thing. Now, this deck, I haven't had as much playtesting as with the second build. This was the build previous, and of course I changed it and it had this, and instead of formula it did have this, but you can see this is like in between the process between this deck and the current one. But I decided to change things up. I like this thing at 1, but I just got rid of it. I was like, you know what, I don't need it anymore. So this is that deck, however, this is one of deck profiling, so check this out. Yeah, so I believe it's a really good deck. You can do many combos with it. You can take the pendulum route. You can do anything, really. However, instead of taking any routes, my suggestions are always use combos to go into needle fiber, and then use that to extend with Genghis and everything else. Also, sometimes I feel like I want a second Genghis, but I don't know what to replace it with. But either way, I feel it's a really good deck. So much special summoning capabilities, such as this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, and then so many of these. So yeah, I believe it's pretty good. Or this guy also special summons it. I mean, like from the graveyard. So yeah. As for since we have time, I'm gonna quickly explain why do I like this. So if I have this guy in the grave, I can just revive it, go into a level 10 right away. Or if I have a level 4, I can revive that to go into this, and then special summon, then that will special summon something else, which I could actually special summon this again to go into this guy. And a lot of people say, why do you even run this guy? It's actually pretty damn good. You can just negate whatever you want, and you can revive whatever you want, and then you can get 6,000 attack on him really easy, so it's no issue at all. So this has been it. I guess I don't really have much else to say, other than I apologize for this being more rushed. I just don't have a great amount of time, and I wanted to get this out before next week. So yeah. Anyway, I just want to say, if you want more professional, more edited content, which isn't rushed and is actually edited, check out Jace Yu-Gi-Oh! Down in the description. I'm going to be starting up that channel May 14th, so don't you guys worry. So yeah, however, I got to say, don't unsubscribe for this one because I'll still be doing quick deck profiles like this. I'll still be doing the live streams over here because of course you don't want live streams on the professional channel. So stick around for this. I'm just wanting to get this up now so I can just get it out as soon as I could, and so I can get some feedback before I release it on my on my Yu-Gi-Oh! Channel, you know, just because I want it to be fixed. Anyway, I'm out of here. Hope you guys have enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next video. Yeah, peace.